by giving your stupidness names. Everyone gets anxious about certain things. I was anxious before every fight. I don't have anxiety. I was anxious about a situation and I handled it and I fought and I won. That was it. You know, people are just adding these ailments and throwing them around as a cheap shot.
Time to step into a time capsule. This obscure Andrew Tate interview from 2018 was brought to my attention, and it is something.
America's number one Chadcast is at it again for the 18th time, episode 18. We have with us today none other than the one, the only, the Cobra Tate. Welcome, my friend. How are you doing today, dude? So glad to have you. This is unbelievable. This is unreal. How are you?
I'm good.
Now, the first thing that stands out to me is this podcast is awesome. The host is an absolute goof. Filming in front of a dodgy old brick wall with a crusty American flag covering the window, this is awesome. This podcast was 6 years ago. It was a simpler time. Before any sex trafficking charges, young Andrew had a spring in his step. He's almost unrecognisable. Back when he was clinging on to hope of having a head of hair, pre-tooth veneers, pre-plastic surgery, pre-alleged TRT abuse, this is Unfiltered Andrew Tate. This also was merely months before his initial ban on Twitter, so naturally this hot topic came up.
You know? So they were out to get me, man. Every time I put a tweet up, it was reported 600-700 times.
Wow.
Everyone was out to get me, and eventually...
Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you already. Every time you put a tweet up, it was reported 600-700 times. And how exactly do you know this? Are you sure you didn't pull that from your ass?
I didn't even get a warning for a long time. I was just being myself, just annoying everybody. And then one day I got suspended. I got hit with 4 suspensions in a day. I got hit with a 2-hour, a 6-hour, a 12-hour, and a 36-hour in a row. Bam, 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 bam. And then eventually they found another tweet from months before, and they fucking banned me. That was it. Out of nowhere, man. I just upset too many people, and the cucks at Twitter couldn't handle the truth. And
Andrew has often talked about how he was unfairly targeted and banned on Twitter, but never goes into detail. I've covered this on my channel before. Here's a moment from one of my old videos, Andrew Tate is a danger to free speech, where I covered the exchange that got the top G banned from Twitter. If you believe that Andrew was unfairly banned by a cucked Twitter, but have never seen the context, I suggest you listen to this. The whole. Stick to the serious definitions and stop pretending normal male behaviour is rape. Secondly, Harvey, creep, obviously. But women have been exchanging sex for opportunity for a very long time. Some did this, weren't abused. Of course they will say they were abused. However, at the time, it was a simple exchange they partook in voluntarily. Not all, but some. Next point, if you put yourself in a position to be raped, you must bear some responsibility. I'm not saying it's okay you got raped. No woman should be abused regardless. However, with sexual assault, they want to put zero blame on the victim whatsoever. If you go out, meet a guy, take his drinks all night, go to his apartment drunk, start to kiss him, then he grabs your tits, not harassment. If I left $1 million outside my front door, when it got stolen, people would say, why was it there? Irresponsible. Take some personal responsibility. This zero blame game is damaging to the female cause as a whole. Protect yourselves. While liberals scream that nobody should rape, women can walk around naked and men shouldn't look, you import waves of third world migrants. That's a different point entirely. My point is this: if my sister was raped, I'd be furious. However, I'd ask details and say, why the fuck were you drunk at a dude's house you didn't know for? In those type of situations, pretending women are blameless and men shouldn't rape is stupid. People shouldn't steal. Poor prep temps. This was why Andrew was banned from Twitter. If you still think this was an unfair ban, the FBI should search your hard drive immediately. It's also worth noting that Andrew has been consistently accused of rape for nearly a decade across multiple countries, and given what he has a history of saying to women online, it's hard to be surprised.
It's like, I consider myself a smart guy.
Yeah.
My dad was a world level chess player. I'm a Mensa member. I was moved up 4 grades in school. Blah, blah. I was a state chess champion when I was 5. Blah, blah, blah. I'm a smart guy. And
it is important to note that Andrew says that he's a very smart guy, because he's about to give some medical advice. This was around the time that he got his first taste of media attention for his thoughts on depression. It's also important to note before you hear this medical opinion from Andrew, that he uploaded video tutorials teaching his sex trafficking techniques, and he also didn't understand that jail phone calls are recorded, and was caught trying to bribe officials and telling victims to change their testimonies. So with this in mind, I give you Dr. Andrew Tate.
When I said that about depression, everyone was telling me that I'm dangerous and I'm damaging depressed people, when it's absolutely the complete opposite. For the majority of people, life is depressing. We're not all Justin Bieber. We're not all in charge of the world. You're working a job you fucking hate. You know, you want sex and the girl won't bang you. And you're driving a shitty car. Like that's a depressing element. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna be depressed about it and cry about it? Everyone who's depressed in the West has it tons better than 90% of the people on the planet. You're not born in fucking Yemen. So when I hear people say they're depressed, all I hear is a whiny bitch. You control your mind. If you come to me and say I'm depressed, all I sit and think is, so? Someone needs to sit there and say, grow the fuck up and get out of here. And they might do it, you know?
Absolutely brain dead. Like he almost gets it when he says that people that are well off still get depressed. If you are getting any health-based ideas from Andrew Tate, you are lost. Okay, enough about the chinless one. Let's get to what I felt was by far the best part of this podcast. The host is the best. He has this childlike innocent demeanour that is just adorable. And for me, by far the most enjoyable part of this podcast was his blatant fangirling for the top G. So without further ado, here is this guy fangirling for 2 minutes.
Doing some kickboxing. What's next, man? What's next? Because like you got suspended from Twitter. I was devastated because I had so much fun with that. You know what I mean? So like, what's next? But it seems pretty cool. You know what I mean? That's pretty trippy, man. I'm really happy to hear it, dude. This has been an unreal interview, man. This has been so cool. Because I gotta be honest, I thought it was gonna be your brother. I didn't know it was gonna be you. So like, yeah, I thought it was gonna be your brother the whole day, right? So like, as soon as you pop on the screen, I'm like, whoa. It's like, so I was excited, you know what I mean? Because I told my friend, he's a big fan, you know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, like Tristan will probably come on the show soon. He's like, oh dude, you got to get Cobra. No way you can get Cobra. And then when I log in, you know what I mean? I think I'm talking to Tristan the whole time, but then it's the other guy.
It's the Cobra, yeah. It's the man guy from Twitter.
This is amazing. Dude, this has been unreal, dude. I can't thank you enough for coming on. There's a tremendous amount of value in this. This is incredible, man. You're somebody we all look up to because I always paid attention to you back when you were on Twitter. It was legendary. It was fucking awesome, to be honest. And everything like that. Any big projects coming up? Anything big? Because like, here's the thing, man. You're such an entertaining, captivating individual. You could do pretty much anything you want. I mean, your father was a chess champion. He's rubbing his hands right now. He's got some plans. He's thinking of something big. Like, what do you?
Yeah, like
I mean, the thing is, it's just a matter of people hearing you because people, I mean, you're a very likable guy. You're very logical. And I think that it's just a matter of getting in touch with the people because you're clearly a leader. And I always think about in past civilizations prior to...
That's my overall view of life.
Man, I think we're on the same page. Man, I love it, man. That was like a locker room speech, but it's just like boom, boom, boom. See, I'm saying politics don't rule it out, dude. You give that speech. I mean, Jesus Christ. I'm supporting. I'm voting for you 1,000%. Might donate. I don't care if you're rich. I'm still donating. Fuck it. Like, this is amazing. You know what I mean? Like, wow. Absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. I can't thank you enough for surprising me with this. You know what I mean? That was incredible, dude. That was, I mean, Jesus Christ. Wow. Unreal, dude. Absolutely unreal.
You look at Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson is doing his very best to protect England from Islamization, and he's hated. His life is ruined. He's in hiding all the time. He's attacked constantly. The police won't protect him. Like, what are you fighting for? Like, I respect the fight he's doing. I respect what he's doing, but he's giving up his life for people who don't appreciate it. All the people he's trying to save are too stupid to see what he's doing, and they hate him for it. So it's like...
This one, I'm not going to give an opinion on, as I'm not a Muslim man, but I'll pose the question to any of my Muslim viewers to give me their thoughts on this. It's very well known that Andrew Tate has been very anti-Muslim in the past, and sure, people can change, but Tommy Robinson, who he speaks of here, is perhaps the biggest anti-Islam voice in the UK. And since Andrew's very public conversion to Islam, he's never clarified whether he's still friends with Tommy or no longer supports his views. In this clip from February 2023, well after Andrew's conversion, Tommy was still receiving friendly texts from Andrew Tate.
You still went to Dubai though. You somehow made it back there 3 times.
I went to Dubai. I haven't been. Tate was telling me to come, but I haven't been. I haven't been since.
Wait, Tate still talks to you after what you say about Islam and how he's converted to Islam.
I spoke to Tate a lot. Well, I messaged him once he converted, saying, "Bruv, man, what's going on?"
He was fuming.
Let me convert. This is it. Convert. Admit you were wrong, bruv. Join the brotherhood. Teach the importance of Islam to resist the LGBT bullshit. Be rich as fuck with 4 wives in burqas and drive a Lambo, inshallah.
Free top G, man.
Free man.
Yeah.
Free top G.
So again, I would ask our Muslim friends, do you think given that Andrew is such a public Muslim now, does he owe it to his Muslim fans to clarify if he still supports Tommy Robinson and his views?
But isn't it a shame that he's dying for a country that just allows their country to be, just open the borders anyway? But isn't it a shame that he's dying for a country that just allows their country to be, just open the borders anyway? Become a lot more selfish and a lot less patriotic than they used to be, because there's nothing you can fucking do, man. And I'm talking about Western Europe. America still has Trump. You're lucky. But Western Europe, yeah, MAGA.
Let's go, baby.
Western Europe is done. It is done. You can't even say what I'm saying. If I was saying what I'm saying now in England, I'd go to jail. You can't say it. You can't talk. Like, if you're going to do that to people, then I'm just going to fucking leave. So
One thing hasn't changed in 6 years. He's always been an absolute drama queen baby. He thinks he would have been thrown in jail in the UK for saying things like, "Depression is not real." He's always had that whining victim mentality. Okay, this part of the reaction might actually hurt your brain cells. Most of us by now know Andrew's thoughts on women and the supposed differences between men and women cheating, so here's a more unfiltered 2018 version of this.
The particular things that make a good woman a good woman.
the number one thing that makes a good woman, and this is absolutely the most important thing, is the number of guys she slept with. But if a girl slept with a whole bunch of men, she's low value. It doesn't matter how many women I fuck, I'm high value. Doesn't matter. And if you fuck a whole bunch of men, you are low value. And since most of history, if a woman wasn't a virgin, she wasn't worth shit. You weren't allowed to have sex outside of marriage. For females, have always been based on the number of women they slept with. For this reason, women are not evolutionarily programmed to sleep with lots of men. Society's told them they can. Fucking contraception has told them they can. As soon as a woman gets past a certain number of dicks, she's no longer able to be loyal to one man. But let me tell you something, all you feminists, I'll fuck more girls than you. So I know the game. I'm gonna go fuck her because I want to. You're not allowed to touch another man because men and women are different. And if you ever cheat on me, you're gone. I can do what I want. I know that's...
Can we just do some simple maths for a minute? Andrew says women should be virgins or close to it, while at the same time he says men should sleep with as many people as possible and have an endless supply of wives. If all the women stay virgins and the men have endless sexual partners, who exactly are the men having sex with? The only logical explanation is that Andrew just wants to be having sex with all his homies. And good luck to him, but just come out and say it already. Lastly, Andrew gives some insight into how he left the UK for Romania.
That's pretty...
Yeah, I kind of got here on accident because I was living in London and then I had to leave. I got hit. I won't give all the details, but the police raided my house. We won't go into why.
Yeah.
It's because it's a cuck society and because I was completely innocent. They raided my house and they took all my phones and all my laptops and everything. And then they went through all my life and they found 11 other things to try and charge me with. So all this shit started going down because of the society where you can't speak or be a real human anymore. All you can do in the West is be a tax slave. You have to pay 50% tax or to shut up. That's all you're allowed to do. So I decided to get out.
Again, Andrew's being very vague about this. He's not wrong that he fled the UK due to some legal troubles. What we know about are the recent allegations connected to the recent news that the Tate brothers will be extradited to the UK. Andrew has also been very open about the fact that he refuses to pay taxes anywhere he goes, and it's been speculated that he's in a world of trouble for this in the UK. And there's the 4 women we know about who are represented by the law firm McHugh, Jury and Partners, who are suing Andrew in a civil case after the criminal investigations dating back a decade were absolutely botched. It's pretty clear that Andrew was and always has been an absolute degenerate criminal. And despite what he tries to say publicly now, he's always been very open about the fact. I'll put a link in the description for the fundraiser to help the 4 women bring Andrew Tate to court in the civil case. They've had to watch all of this unfold, when if their case was handled properly, all of this could have been stopped.
4 hours.
Dude, I almost got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't even bullshit. I almost got goosebumps. Made you a coffee.
Exactly
Like the fact that I'm in touch with you and that we're talking right now, the power of the internet, you got to utilize it. It's the most beautiful thing ever. It's almost like it's collecting consciousnesses. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking rad. Like, I'm hanging out with you essentially in Romania, even though I'm in Lowell, Mass. You know what I mean? I'm basically hanging out with all these babes right now. It's sick. You know what I mean?